Guys, welcome back to the Corner Arcade. I'm Danny, here for this chill and chat Let's Go show on a Thursday night, guys. One would think I would know what time I would start, right? But apparently, no. It's been that long since we streamed. I thought I said it's at 9 o'clock, and here we are, people messaging me like, guys, what's going on? But I appreciate everybody stopping by and having a tailgate, a pre-party to the party. Absolutely love it, guys. And you are the reason why that this show is so successful, and we're here each and every week talking home arcades, talking Arcade1up, guys, and we have a slew of things to talk about. The main gist of this show, guys, is going to be around 2024. We're right here, right now, going to make up a list of the cabs that we want to see and that we predict that are probably going to happen. So I want to get that concrete list, but I want you guys to help me out with that list on top of so many other things that are going on, guys. We had a banger of a day yesterday, just having fun with the family. I wanted to bring that to you guys. We went to a real arcade and had real fun. So before I do that, guys, I want to bring you guys into the building right now. Say hi to everybody, and I appreciate everybody that is stuck around here. Retro Roofer in the house, thank you so much. Let's go. That is right, man. C North says, shh, it's finally started. It's finally started. Uh, Fred Burner says, just got to work tuned in. Let's fucking go. That's right, man. Get hyped. Let's go. Love it. I'm here for free beer. I don't have any beer that I'm supplying to you right now. So we're just going to hang in tight, guys. Grime is here. Oh, shit. My song is on. That's right. It's bumping and it's thumping. Guys, we had a huge day today. I want to make sure. Let me see real quick. And all my volume levels are correct. This is a late start. I literally thought I was starting at 9, guys. All right, hold on. All right. All right, here we go. We were building just a whole new TV entertainment stand that we recently got because I think I'm gonna upgrade the TV from a 75 to an 85-inch TV in the living room if I can find a pretty good deal and if I could sell my old one. So we were doing that, but with toddlers, my guys, it took like 4 hours. It was an hour project that took 4 hours, if you can believe it. Let's see what else we got here. We got you Tatum saying, let's go. That's right, guys. Hashtag let's go or hashtag LFG in the house. We have we have crazy old Marquis saying, oh hey, it's Danny. Fancy seeing you here. Let's go. That's right, guys. Let's go. Galaga guy is in the building saying hello, man. What's going on? I see no if I can afford an 85-inch OLED, I would definitely make that happen, but it's probably gonna be like a 4K just basic kind of TV, but that would definitely be pretty cool. Jason saying 85-inch OLED. The man needs a house in a basement. Yeah, that's a whole nother realm of echelon of TV. That's like more than $5,000. Yeah, start the OLED money. That's right, man. All right, guys. So let me get my thoughts here together here real quick. Of course, I'm pumped up. It's been like a minute since I've been with you guys. We got a lot of cool things going on. I want to start. Hold on a second. Mrs. Cornercade said, "Danny, check your text. What's going on?" Oh, okay. This is literally how the show is starting off, guys. You guys got to give me 5 seconds. Apparently, my wife is locked in the room with our children. The lock is on the outside, and they are trapped. So, guys, I gotta go save my family. This is hilarious, guys. This is one hell of a show, and we're not even 5 minutes into it. Give me literally 2 seconds, guys. I gotta go save the family. Family first, right? Give me 1 second. All right, guys, mission accomplished. Family has been saved. Your boy's back at it again. Okay, now where we leave off here. Yes, gotta save the world, my guy. Oh my god, this is too funny. Literally, like only on the Let's Go show, honestly. Um, Dark Realm Gaming's in the building. What's up, man? Calvin Wong. How does that happen? So the lock is on the outside of the door. So if you press it in and then you shut the door, you're screwed. Apparently, our 3-year-old daughter locked my wife in the room. That's pretty funny. I'll let Mrs. Corner Kate share the story with you guys. What's going on, Vader Dave? Thank you for stopping by, man. Daryl's in the building. Come on, man. Oh my god, we got 33 people in the building, guys. Please give this video a like if you haven't. We're gonna be rocking and rolling tonight. So let me show you some quick stories. So we went back to the Garcade, which one of the best times of my life is on there. And my dad and his wife are going to be coming up and watching our kids. And that's when me and Mrs. Cornercade are going to get finally some time alone and we can play with the kids a little bit. It makes things difficult. So I brought some pictures, guys, a little show and tell action here to kind of show you guys. I'll bring the chat down here real quick. Let me pop up the first slideshow of pictures here. Okay, let me pop this up real quick. Click into that. All right, if you guys can see that, let me know. I could probably zoom in too. Okay, so here, yep. So here is the Fast and the Furious, guys. And anybody that owns this from Arcade1up or the real arcade, obviously it's really, really cool. But you see there, my son is playing, and you wonder why I'm a little slouched forward. Well, my foot right here is actually hitting his gas. The one thing I will say about this that I will give kudos to Arcade1up is when my kids are playing, they obviously can't reach the pedal. So after 5 seconds, the car automatically just goes. That's pretty cool at the end of the day. It allows, our kids to play, anybody else's kids to play. So that was pretty cool. My son loves this. He came back to this literally 10 to 15 times wanting to play with that. But it was super fun stuff. And, I'm hitting my gas while hitting his gas. So I'm kind of like slouched over. But, just playing the real arcades, man, it's just so much fun. Just so much fun. And then coming home to like your home arcades, it just really does, relive that nostalgia that's why we get these one ups at the end of the day. It's why we have fun. Like this is what it's all about. So we're playing that. Want to show you? I mean, he's just so damn adorable. Look at this, literally little me right there. We need to get him Ezekiel. See this? You see this one up hat? If you're watching, we need to get him an arcade one up hat that's gonna fit him. That's gonna be too cool. And of course my daughter. I can't leave my daughter out of this. So next arcade we got here, Smash TV. And guys, when we talk lists tonight, this is gonna be brought up, but it's just so cool, like seeing these cabs, getting to mess with the sticks and the buttons. And I got a whole slew of things to talk about when we talk about sticks and buttons. Because, guys, Mrs. Cornercade's leading the way on this. We are going to be upgrading buttons in the arcade, in our home arcade. It's going to be really, really, really cool. Nicholas Diorio, thank you so much for stopping by, man. Saying that, let's go. That's right, man. Let's go. But we're gonna have a lot of fun doing that. There's a lot of upgrades. We got a lot to talk about tonight. So Smash TV, this is cool. I played this last time I was here. I didn't really touch it this time. I wanted to take pictures, kind of show and tell, but I mean, look at this thing. If Arcade1up can come through and get the damn thing done, how cool would this be having it in your home arcade? For me, I would sell Joust, put Smash TV in. I got new and exciting games. It's already been exciting. We've added NBA Jam back into the cornercade, and we added X-Men, like 2 games I didn't want to get rid of, but had to because of 4 players, and we will get to all that modding after we show you the pictures, guys. But then I had to take it. They got the big 3 of these guys lined up here. So Total Carnage in the house. Another fun game to play. Very underrated. It's kind of like on the back burner of those 3. But it's a really, really good game. And then you got the Robotron right next to that. I got R-Type there. Just like the real feel of the controls, you just can't beat it. And that's something that we're gonna change out in our one-ups for sure. And there's your boy playing Sega Star Wars Trilogy. Let's go. Man, Zero Redux is in the building saying let's go. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. This was one of my favorites. Now, I will say this, the flight stick on this was broken. So let me zoom out here a little bit. So Sega Star Wars Trilogy, you see it there. The flight stick, like it didn't respond as well as I wanted it to. So that was kind of a bummer. It really took me out of that enjoyment of playing that one, but it was still fun to see. That was a new machine that they got. It wasn't there the last time I went. All right, then we get into off road here, guys, and I got my little ones here playing off road. I popped in. They said, "Dad, take the third wheel," kind of thing. This is a game that I played the hell out of when I was a kid. Um, but I mean, imagine, one up bringing this even in a deluxe form factor with 2 wheels. You know, like how cool would that be? Hell, even just put the 1 wheel on there and then have it online compatible, and then you can jump in with other people. I think that would be pretty cool. no matter how you slice it. But this was a really cool one. I mean, all these machines are going to be dope. Like I said, once we don't have the kids, and it's just me and my wife, we're really going to be able to go down and dissect each and every machine. It'll be fun. They do have pinball here, guys, and this is called Strikes and Spares. So it's a pinball machine, but it's bowling, and they got this from Gottlieb. They got the bowling tracker on there, so it's like you're gonna get 2 rolls at every frame, and it's literally just bowling. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if anybody in the chat has played this before, but you can see here the ball comes down. You're gonna just hit it up here. It'll track over. These are the pins, and it'll kind of knock them. They'll disappear. I actually really like this. This is actually pretty addicting. Um, yeah, Fred Burner was saying a 1UP should totally make an off road 100%. Put Super Sprint on there, it would be a really successful cab. The problem with all this is like they sell to the retailers, so literally the retailers are going to sink Arcade1up. That's just like something that like it's clear as day. And if 1UP could just do like what New Wave Toys does and just make their own shit and just sell it directly to us, I think it would go a long way. Mark's Mental Arcade says, Danny, I think it's time for you to get a custom corner cake cab from the arcade guys. Oh man, that would be so sick. Oh my god, the possibilities, guys. We were just starting out our journey with like modding and this customization thing. I'm gonna show you guys. I got treats for you guys. Trust me, this is gonna be some cool stuff. Um, let's see here. Zero Redux said, "What happened to the list? Off road was on there. Yeah, it was like an off road XL. So we all know the list that went out there, and we're gonna come up with our own list tonight live in the building because there are some things that I think are gonna be safe bets, and I got some other ones. I thought I was going at 9 o'clock, guys. I had no show preps, so we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna do this, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently. Um, Boofman is in the house saying, off-road super sprint, and maybe some other free spinning racing games would be awesome. 110%. Guys, I've showed on my show before that super sprint is it's such a cool fun game. And North is saying like it feels like Arcade1up is toast. And there's gonna be great discussions that we're gonna have, guys. Wouldn't say maybe toast. I would probably say that they're just playing it safe, which is, toast in our eyes because we're the hardcore enthusiasts. Calvin Wong, nothing on the Travis info yet. I've heard nothing. Typically, like when he knows something, he'll let me know or he'll come on the show to share it with everybody else. And I hope you're wrong too, man. I hope you're wrong too. But we'll see. That's what we're gonna have some fun arcade times and talks tonight. Moving on. So this is a cool one, guys. So I got my daughter playing it, and you know how PD7 says wristbands required. You betcha, wristbands are on deck. But this is one I think I've seen before because it like triggered my memory. So Baby Pac-Man, you play the Pac-Man like normally, right? But then at the bottom here, it's like a pinball. So I thought that was pretty dope. It's like a 2-in-1. Guys in the chat, let me know if you've played this at all. I thought that was pretty cool too. And you cannot beat these real buttons. I think we ordered some Lorenzo IL buttons or whatever. I don't know. I've never. This is my first time on, so I'm gonna show that to you guys live. But I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was something I had never seen before. And then moving on. Oh yeah, I got a picture of this a little bit closer there. And then, of course, guys, we got the X-Men 4-player. Mrs. Cornercade is taking it all in. The one thing I will say about the X-Men, like the real arcade, is the sound sounds so much better. I wonder if they could do like an update or if it's just the speakers that you cannot really hear the background music when you're playing these different maps and levels. And that's like the part of the soundtrack is just part of the nostalgia. And it's like, man, like you can't really hear it, but on here it was thumping and it was awesome. Definitely gonna go back and play this one again. 100%. Um Miss Cornercade says no C North needs to get John on stream though. Yes, I wish Danny could get John on stream. We'll see. We'll see maybe in the future. We'll see. Fingers crossed, guys. But this one's just a beauty. And they got like these like action figures up here. Got Gambit chilling over here. But this is just an awesome cabin. And X-Men is gonna be close, near and dear to our hearts because we are going to be modding our X-Men to the bejesus to make it a deluxe, and you guys going to see some of that tonight. Some of the parts that are going to be going into there. Then I got some of the side artwork. This was for a shot because we're gonna do some riser work with this. I needed to get a nice shot so I can send this to a graphic designer so they can do some vinyl overlay skins with this. Um, okay, but that's the first slide that I got. We got one more. We got more than one more. Well, let me go back in my email here. Let me pull up the second part 2 of what's going on here, and I can share with you guys. Before I do that, let me check with the chat. Wild Child is in the building. Let's go, man. What's Danny checking in? Here, yeah. Thank you so much, fans, for stopping by tonight. Let's go, guys. Let me share this screen again here. Bop. Let's go. Okay, so let's click into this. So, having the Dynamo HS5 at my house, man, like it is so cool, like seeing this stuff in person. Like, so we get hyped, we have conversations, but like when I, used to be at the arcade, it's like, yeah, who cares? It's just Street Fighter. But then once you see it, you're like, oh man, it's so dope because I have one of these now. And like when you walk past it, you're like, wow, like look at this thing. Oh my god, look at that. And then like the buttons, like the control deck, like look at these buttons, guys. These are the buttons that we're gonna literally be putting in all of our fighters, all of the big time games. Mrs. Cornercade is 100% on doing the buttons. And guys, I'm getting real excited because the buttons at the arcade clearly are head and shoulders above any one up button ever made. And that's not a knock on one up. It's just what they got to mass produce these things. But man, they could have gone so much better. Zero Redux. We are still waiting on the Joe Sabos marquees, but they're coming. They're coming. Wild Child says, sorry if this was asked, but just joining now. What was the arcade you guys went to? So we went to the Garcade. We went back to the Garcade, guys. You saw I did a arcade tour. If you want to see my video when I first got there, I was literally like a kid in a candy store. I literally could not shut the hell up. But it's just so exciting, man. It's so damn cool to go and relive these machines and just have fun at the arcade again like you were a kid. But I went there with the family. Again, we went to the Garcade. It's Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. It's about a half an hour from me. Totally worth it. We're going to be going back for our third time. PD7, if you guys watch him, he's at the Garcade like almost every 2 weeks kind of thing, doing a walk and talk there. But it's real cool place to be. Calvin Wong says, Danny, try hooking up your computer speakers to X-Men to see if the background sounds better. That's not a bad idea, buddy. That's really not a bad idea at all. To do that, that'd be good. Let me bring you guys to the side here so we can answer some questions real quick. Mark's Mental Arcade says, it's crazy how many reviews on Amazon said their guns broke within the first month of Big Buck Hunter. I got lucky. I mean, I got the new Big Buck Hunter Deluxe. Mine has not broken or anything, so I'm pretty lucky with that. Julio Hernandez is saying, we were getting worried, Danny, the show was canceled. Any chance I'm picking up a T2 again, modding it, old school, coming back to the cornercade? It's hard. I kind of wanted to, but Best Buy sold out of them at that $315 price. So it's kind of just like the wait and see game. I'm not paying $699 for that. There's a possibility. Could this be one that gets re-released by Arcade1up in 2024? I know they said they don't want to do the one player games, but they got to pay for that licensor, and you got to keep coming out with these cabs so you can pay off that debt that's owed. We shall see. Gallagher guy says, one up says they don't want to spend more on buttons and then put the lineup buttons in some. Yeah. Odd decisions. I don't know if it's like kind of like a grab, a pull at some like future, like kids, younger people. Oh, that looks cool. It's all about the look of it, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, so let me bring down in the corner, bring this up a little bit. Let's zoom in. So kind of show this HS5 cool dynamo cab, and then there's a Hydro Thunder. I jokingly, when I walked past this, if you see the marquees, guys, I was like, look, it's an Arcade1up marquee and it's a Joe Sabos marquee. My wife got a good kick out of that. But they were playing Hydro Thunder, and you can see a lot of these were replaced with like monitors, and the monitors are just so much better. Like, yes, CRT is nostalgia, it's arcade history. It's time to move the drill, and because you can tell the colors on here just popped. And then you like there was a CRT right next to it. So Cruisin' USA is right next to it, and you could tell like these are curved up in the corners here. It just didn't pop as well as Hydro Thunder did. And it's hard, but the camera doesn't really pick it up because I was just taking a picture here. But It's just way better to have a monitor. I would totally replace monitors. It just gives it that more vivid contrast. But they had a blast playing Hydro Thunder, and you don't need the pedals at the bottom because there are none. There's just that thruster there, so my daughter can go ham on that. This was pretty cool, guys. I guess all the staff of Mortal Kombat was here because they got autographs on like everything, like picture wise and stuff. But they autographed this deck here, which was really cool on the Mortal Kombat 2 machine. So I'll kind of zoom in for you guys a little bit. There's Sonya, Shang Tsung. I know Toasty's on here somewhere. It just says Toasty. Yeah, there it is, right there. Toasty. There you go. But these buttons, man, I mean, because they're what we have in the building right now. They're just so much better. My God, it's just like it's day and night, and you kind of forget that when you're playing the 1-ups all the time. Um, yeah, Gamer Fridge says, "Hey, I'll light up buttons all the time. He loves his light up buttons. Thank you for stopping by, man." Marksman Arcade says, by the way, Danny, your intro to the show is crazy epic with Tron vibes. Thank you, man. I thought that 80s, synthwave vibes always kick it off in the arcade. It is raining outside, guys. There's nothing better than rain and chilling inside playing your arcades. I absolutely love it. That's what I live for. When we were at the arcade, when we went to the Garcade a couple days ago here, or yesterday, I should say, it was raining too. It's like, how cool, man. How cool. They had the door open. It was just beautiful. Julio Hernandez says, let me go off to the side here so you can see me. Julio Hernandez says, did Arcade1up reach out to you with the issues you have with the NBA Jam control decks panel and the light up buttons? Yeah, so the light up buttons, when I flick it on or turn the switch on, they'll like flicker. And then sometimes they don't do anything. Sometimes they'll just turn on. And then sometimes they'll just turn off without me doing anything. It's got a mind of its own. So I think Arcade1up is going to send us out a new, like a not the PCB, but like the control deck, that gizmo to that to try to fix it. So I don't know what's gonna happen to it because when we do the control deck switch, maybe that's when I'll put it in and see what happens and test it while we're doing a video on that. But it might be to a point where it's like we just don't use the light up buttons, which sucks because that's one of the features that I paid for and I'd like to just have if it's available. And maybe we go through and honestly, guys, between you, me, and Miss Cornercade here, is I think we'll just replace the buttons anyways. So I don't even know if I'm gonna keep the light up buttons, to be quite honest with you. I might just replace the buttons, to be quite honest with you. And Grime was saying, where did that go? Grime was saying he prefers the light up buttons, and they are a little bit better quality. That's how bad the Arcade1up buttons are. So they're a little bit better quality, but when you replace with like actual nice real buttons, like arcade accurate, it's unbelievable the difference. It literally is. Yes, the encoder board. Thank you, Jason. I wasn't on my brains. I got dad brains right now. The USB encoder board. Yes, that's what they are sending out. I was hoping they were going to send out a whole new panel, but yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I'm surprised Council Fanboy's name wasn't on the MK. That's very funny. Um, it could be too, Gamer Fridge. It could be a loose wire. It could be anything. I just haven't dove into it to kind of mess around with it. I'll do that when we go and actually dive in and do the mod for that one. Ms. Cornercade in the house, thank you so much. And she said we can replace them with better light up buttons or just better buttons in general. And we have those in the building that I'm going to show you guys too. David, thank you so much for stopping by, man. Really, really appreciate it. So let's go back here. Let's see what else we got. Yes, we got the murders row of fighters, dude. Okay, so let's go left to right. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is here, so like it's there. Marvel Superheroes is here. This was super fun. There's that Mortal Kombat 2 that I was just showing you guys. The beef is gonna be kind of at the end here. This MK4. Me and Miss Corner K played, got a couple matches in. She played Killer Instinct a lot, loved that. She noticed that on the Killer Instinct it was that dark blue, and I was like, yeah, that's how it comes. I didn't, Arcade1up put the teal blue in there for the button, so that could be another one where we swap the buttons out. She had a lot of fun playing Ki, and at the end here it's Tekken 5. I wish they had like Tekken 1, 2, or 3 in there, but we had Tekken 5, so that's that. But that's a nice little fun section. There, they got a shot of her playing Killer Instinct right there. It's just so cool, like playing, reliving the arcades. Give my wife a chance to be at the arcade. This is something that she didn't get to do when she was a kid. So, and guys, here's Lethal Enforcers. So they have a row of like shooters, Big Buck Hunter, Area 51. Area 51, me and my daughter played. We got past a couple maps, dude. She know how to shoot off screen and reload and stuff. Time Crisis 2 is there. Me and my wife got to play that. It was really, really cool. But we got to play it for like a minute 30 before one of the kids is tugging on us to help him out with the machine. So with the kids, we got to kind of pick it up and play it and put it down. We got to move fast. But Lethal Enforcers is this one that Cyrus shot down. It was on that list, guys. It was on that leaked Arcade1up list, but Cyrus shot it down. But maybe they're actually working on it. Maybe they're actually working on it. Who knows? A Lethal Enforcers Deluxe. That'd be something, right? What else I got here? Oh, Mrs. Corner Cave playing Gorf. I think this is gonna be the last picture here. She's playing Gorf, and this one, this is literally like a Tron cabinet, so it could easily be reskinned to Gorf. But this is literally like Space Invaders. It's like the same kind of concept. So she was having fun playing that, and I think that's it for the pictures. Oh, I got a little pano shot here. So she was playing Asteroids, and this Asteroids was weird, guys. Like it was so bright. Like it attracted us like moths. Like the asteroid comets were super, super bright on screen. And there's blastoids and everything else here. And then this is where if you zoom out here, this is where all the fighters were. There's a bunch of dancing games right here and like a ping pong or table, air hockey tables over there. Got my son here throwing it down, playing Guitar Hero. They love that because of all the lights on here and everything. I love this place because they give the kids stools so they can like stand at the machine and actually be able to play. You can see in the background here we got X-Men, the Total Carnage, Hydro Thunders all the way back there. Cruising USA is there. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff, man. Moon Patrol. I mean, it just goes on and on. There's like 150 arcade machines. There's probably like maybe 40 pinballs. Really cool place. So let me drop that down, guys. I got some other stuff here. Let's see what you guys say in the chat. Yeah, David says this arcade would delete my paycheck. The cool thing is that they're typically open from like 3 to like midnight. It's $20 per person, unlimited play. So it's a really, really good deal. So for $40, we go take the family, have some fun. It's definitely worth it. I asked my daughter too. I was like, "Do you want to go to the arcade?" She said, "Yes." Then I asked her, "You want to go to the zoo?" Of course, she's gonna say yes too. It was raining. It wasn't like the greatest weather, so I thought it'd be perfect for that. Oh yeah, the Mr. Corner Cade. You got to play that gauntlet. So there's like the gauntlet that's on the MK2 cab behind me, but then there's a different gauntlet. There's like an updated gauntlet, and she really loved that one. Thought that was pretty cool too. Let's see what else we got, guys. This is kind of like show and tell here. I want to have all these tabs open pre-show, but pre-show I was getting ready. So let's see here. Let's go. Okay. So let's start. I wanted to show you guys this. This is a surprise that I have for you guys. Me and G.I. Joel have been collabing on this, and this is some cool stuff, guys. So as you guys know, we're going to be taking our X-Men Arcade1up, and we're going to be making it our own X-Men Deluxe. We're going to show Arcade1up how you get the damn thing done. And it starts right here. So he's using Yoga Flame. We're going to start from the ground, work our way to the top. We got this seamless integrated riser here. Okay, guys? I want you to look carefully. So this is where the normal riser would be right here. It kind of the base kind of sits into it, right? Well, this thing sits flush. It's got the same kind of vinyl, black vinyl on there. We worked together, me and Joel, to come up with this design right here. I said, hey, let's move this guy up so it kind of sits in there nicely, and this thing sits flush. Now, this is where I wanted to get the graphic artwork to see, hey, can I move and groove and kind of make it blended in so it's all one, and this will give you 2 more inches of height. So once this comes in, guys, we're obviously going to do a video on it. This thing is going to be bomb.com. It's going to be really, really cool. Here's a front picture of it. I mean, it's seamless. Look at that thing. It looks beautiful. It's just integrated perfectly. It works out great. I absolutely love it. So I'm very, very excited. Here's like a side shot of this stuff right here. And he's going to be having this, guys, on sale on his website, guys, for everybody to buy. So this is like the first kind of prototype coming out live, and then it's going to hit the ground running, and you guys can get your own. So this is going to be really cool. that yeah, David, he says that's awesome. Normally a family night costs a fortune, 100%. Like, we can't do those things. It's insane sometimes. Even going out to eat is an arm and a leg. Um, yeah, so Julio Hernandez, I have a feeling that a lot of you guys who tune into the show are going to be getting this. And this is why. So the 2 inches higher, if you guys know, X-Men comes in at like 57 inches, 58 inches or something like that. The normal arcade one-ups now, they got beefier. They're at 61 inches high. This is going to help bring it to that height that the other arcades are. So this is just a start, guys. This is just the foundational start of what we're gonna really be doing here. So let me drop this guy down. Let's go back here. I'm gonna show you guys what else we got. We got a whole lot of things cooking as far as that goes. So control panel, moving on up. Now I don't know. It's gonna be between Miss Corner King and I if we want to light up the buttons on this thing. Kind of him and Han. We want to do it. The whole buttons cost us like $50, I think. And Miss Corner King can let you know where she got them, but we're gonna need the community's help once I get to that. But the control panel here, 99 Lives Arcade is in the building, and this is what we got. This is our guys. This is ours. This is the one we're gonna get as a prototype. He didn't have it on his website. He made it for us special. One thing I do like about this one is just the vinyl that he uses is just unbelievable. It's arcade accurate. It's how it's supposed to be. This will match the control bezel. Looksbomb.com. He's got the characters on the front. I'll have them on the side too. Really cool stuff. I'm very excited about this. This is all real team molding on the side. So we're gonna get this party started. And there's another shot here. Obviously, we'll have to get our buttons in there and all the switches and stuff. But we're very, very excited about that. So that's just some of the things that are in the works that are going to be sent to us. So very, very hyped about that. Let me bring in. Okay, so that's all the pictures that I have. So, but I have a box here. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So I brought this over. Okay, so a couple things. We're also going to be adding speaker grills. So I'm really excited about this one. This is cool. This is like a little bonus. We're going to add the Arcade1up speaker grills that and you can get these off Amazon. I think that's where Mrs. Corner Cake got these. Let me pop these out real quick. But got the speaker grill cover right here. And so we're going to be adding these to the X-Men as well. So it's going to be the Arcade1up speaker grills. Those are going to be really, really cool. Just a nice little touch. Helps bring it into, that deluxe territory. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know, Miss Corner Cake, you're in the chat. I don't know if we're going to light up the coin doors or not. That'll to be determined. But yeah, Julio Hernandez says, damn, that looks fire. Trust me, you guys are going to want to get these. I'm telling you, like, I'm not just these alone. These are cool, but you're going to want to get those 2-player control decks. If you have limited space in your arcade like we do, you're going to want to get that tenfold, 100%. Now, this is the exciting part right here, guys. So let me just make sure I got okay. So we got the buttons in the building. Let me just put this off to the side real quick. So buttons right here. When I was messing around with these guys, I was excited. So here is Miss Cornercade, put all the links to this in the chat. Oh, she said it's happening. We're lighting up the coin doors. Oh God. Good God Almighty. Excited about that. Okay, so these are this is purple. I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick this up, but oh man, like this click. Oh, that's cool. That's cool stuff. It's got the thread on there. And these are industrial Lorenzo or something. I don't know. What did she say, Miss Corner K? Which ones are these? But look at this. These are the arcade accurate buttons. They sound so much better. And we got the cherry micro switches on here. Yeah, those are right here. So we got the micro switches here, guys. Really, really excited stuff right here. Now we do have a problem. So we have all the colors. We did this right. This Cornercade is these. I think they're gonna be really satisfying to click. Like when you're guys, I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, I will give you my honest opinions and if you should do it. If the $50 is worth it, I'm gonna say, oh hell yeah. For those of you that upgraded the buttons, let everybody know in the chat. But we have I didn't see black. Black was in here too. Yeah, see, we got all the colors. Oh, this is gonna be some cool stuff. So very excited about that. Shout out to Miss Corner K for making this happen. the buttons because that wasn't in the works. The buttons in the grill cover were not in the planned outline of this, and she made that happen. So I'm really, really excited about that. This is the problem where we're at right now, and I'll get to you guys in just a second. I need the community's help with this. So apparently these are two prong. These are the connectors that are going to go in the buttons that are going to go into the encoder board. Community, these are not long enough. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that these are going to go from the last player button all the way to the encoder board. Guys, these are only like this big. I need the community's help. I need ones that are like 4 times this length, if not longer. Miss Corner King and I are reaching out to you guys in the chat. These are two prong connectors. And we need your guys' help. I don't know if you can, it's gonna be hard to see. But we need your guys' help in the community to get longer ones. Where can we get them? Please email uh, us or say in the chat. Email is thecornercade@gmail.com, guys. We're gonna need some help with that because I just think these are gonna be too short. And I don't want to get the party started and we have short wires and we're SOL, up Shit's Creek without a paddle kind of thing. Let me package this stuff up real quick, guys. But if you know in the chat, if you guys have done the buttons before, let us know because we're gonna need some help with that. I don't think that those are gonna work out too well, but we'll see. Fingers crossed at the end of the day. Okay, Mr. Corner K put the link to the buttons. Awesome, cool. Steve Austin said, "Oh hell yeah!" And that's the bottom line. Love it. C North. Thumper Squids in the house says 28 millimeters is exact fit. I use 30 millimeters to modify slightly. So Miss Cornercade, these are 28 millimeters. Mrs. Cornercade went all in. This is her baby. This is her mod project. I'm letting her take full reins because X-Men is her baby, and I'm letting her go in with this one. So, oh, looks like they are. So yes, Julio, they're 28 millimeters, so they're gonna slide right in. Let's go. Okay, Jason, we got it right here. So Miss Cornercade, looks like Jason has the link. It says DIY Retro Arcade sells multiple links right here. I don't know if we get these on Amazon. I don't know. Half a dozen in the building saying DIY Retro. These buttons, guys, they feel like liquid gold. When you're comparing this against an Arcade1up, when you're envision yourself playing a fighting game or even like a beat up like X-Men, beat them up like X-Men, you're pressing it. Like it's just mush. And then you press these, and you're like, oh shit. And you combined it with the cherry micro switches, guys. It's gonna be so satisfying. Yes, Miss Corner Cave, please check this. Check this out now before we end the show, kind of thing. Because I want to see everybody's opinions. We'll have a walk and talk here. Something like 12 to 18. Yes, that's what we're gonna need. Because I was like, there ain't no way these. I looked at them one second. I was like, oh hell no, there ain't no way we're gonna get these to fit. Gamer Fridge said he got his off Amazon. Addicted to Arcade1up says you need a 0 delay in encoder wires from DIY Retro Arcades. I think these ones were like no delay or something like that too. Yeah, Miss Corner Cave, fill them in. Let them know what's up. Yeah, it looks like DIY Retro Arcade is the place to go. Yeah. Austin. You guys remember good old JR and Stone Cold, dude. Those are the days. You want to talk about nostalgia? Oh, okay, here we go. So Miss Corner Case says, Danny, they have 18 inches. Is that big enough? I'll always say, if you got them bigger, honey, I can always shrink them down and zip tie them. So I guess the bigger, the better. I'd rather have length than not have length. 100%, guys. We had so many people helping us out, guys. I don't get, I don't, this isn't a persona. I am who I am. Huge shout out to the people working their magic behind the scenes. Guys like B Kong and Travis MCP for helping, me and my wife get started with this because we had so many questions and we don't know this. I don't know a Lorenzo from a Eloy kind of thing. So I was just I didn't know anything about this stuff. I love home arcade. This is awesome. I knew the buttons, they felt like crap. When you go and play the arcades, then you're like, holy shit, there's actually a big difference here. And that's why me and my wife looked at each other and said, this is what Arcade1up is missing. This is the one thing, if they got everything right, like in the Dynamo Cat behind me, this is the one thing that could really set it off. And God, I cannot wait till we do buttons on like that one, for example. It's going to be so damn cool. Prince Vinny is saying, will you be limited to only choosing 2 characters of the X-Men? If so, which 2? The cool thing about that, so yes and no. So in X-Men, you get to pick your character. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take players 2 and 3, and we're gonna switch them over. Now in the Marvel Avengers game or whatever, that we'll probably play that every once in a while. We'll be limited to then Iron Man and Captain America, which are the better out of the four, anyways, in my opinion. So we're gonna stay to those. You'll be locked into those guys, and then when you're playing the fighting, whatever, the fighting game that's on there. But I will say this: in NBA Jam, we're gonna take players 1 and players 3, so you're always on opposite teams because you don't want to play on the same team. And then online is a horse apiece, whatever you want to do there. So on NBA Jam, when we go to do it, we're gonna take players 1 and 3, and then X-Men players 2 and 3 is what we'll do. But I think that'll work, Miss Corner K. I don't know. I think 12. You think 12 inches? I mean, we're yeah. Insert said joke here. Do you think 12 inches is enough or 18? I don't know, guys. Let me know. Has anybody here done the 2 player control panel mod on any of their cabs to know what kind of length we're looking at here? David H is saying, attention, get the wires linked. Get a set of wire connectors. Uh, connect them, and you'll be set. Okay. Um. Okay. Miss Corner K, take notes. Take notes. Half a dozen says, see what happens when y'all buying too many cabs. Your 4 player cabs lose feature. Take notes, y'all. Yeah, we gotta, this is something that Arcade1up's not gonna make these in 2 players, so we're jumping the gun and getting this done. That's why I got rid of these in the first place, and I didn't want to do that. I'm so glad Blitz, NBA Jam, and X-Men, like 3 banger titles, are back in the arcade with 2 player control panels, so we can fit other games in and have some fun. See North, see, you know it, 100%. Every inch counts, boys and girls. Every inch counts. Um, yeah, see Mark's Mental Arcade saying bigger, and then you can shrink them down and zip tie them. That's what I was kind of thinking too. I'd rather be safe than sorry at the end of the day. Because in our NFL Blitz control mod, we had to take some buttons over from player 4 and player 1 because we needed that extra length. You don't want them pulling. They're ordered. Mrs. Cornican, no, we got to return the other ones now. How much did that cost us? How much were the wires? Let me know. Okay. So while that's going right here, let me bring up. Okay, this is the lit. Okay, so okay, I kind of wanted to show this but not show this. Okay, here maybe I can zoom in. Okay, cool. I can kind of zoom in a little bit. Okay, let's go like this. Okay. This is gonna be this is gonna be funny. I wanted to kind of type this up in a list. Before we get started, guys, before we get started with our big show, with our list, guys, we're gonna hit this right here, right now. Let's go, man. Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, one of my favorite names to say. Always appreciate you stopping by, man. $4.99 super chat. You don't have to do that, but I really, really, really do appreciate it because it goes to doing cool shit in the arcade. Help support the channel. Says shout outs to Mrs. Cornercade for putting up with Danny. Ha ha. Let's go. Ezekiel, thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. I still got the hat that you sent me. Absolutely love it. My kids want a hat. My kids need an Arcade1up hat. How cool would that be? Ezekiel, if you saw the show, rewind it. We were at the arcade. Took the kids to a real arcade. It's called the Garcade. Wore the hat there, of course. This hat is my life. I sleep with it, kind of thing. Asked Mrs. Cornercade. And I really do appreciate, really, really, really do appreciate you making me this stuff. Also, he gave us a Christmas card. The man is a mensch. He gave my family a Christmas card of his family. Like, how cool is that? It's just unbelievable. This guy's got a huge heart. Ms. Cornercade says $13 with shipping. So that's not too bad for a couple wires. Not too bad. And Dark Realm, we're always bumping it, man. You super chat, we're gonna bump it 100%. Okay, so let's rewind this just a little bit. I don't want to spoil this. It's gonna be kind of big for you guys, but I got it super zoomed in for a reason. Okay, let's just leave this right here. Okay, let's just leave this right here. All right, so the list that I have as honorable mentions, guys, and I want to let you guys know in the chat too. We want to get the, I'm kind of just hodgepodging this a little bit because I wanted to type it out. Like I said, I thought the show started at 9. We clearly started at 8. I guess we 8:30. But honorable mentions as far as like our Arcade1up list for 2024, guys. We're gonna have some fun with this. I know Addicted to Arcade1up is really, really into this stuff. Did a video recently. Go check it out, guys. I think he got me like a little confused in that video, but that's okay, man. That's okay. Just hear me out. Hear me out here. Honorable mentions. I'm thinking right out of the gate. There was some talk about a Burger Time Deluxe. I think that's going to be just like, hey, this was in the works but never happened kind of thing. Um, I just don't know if they're going to come out with that. Would I like them? Sure, why not? I think it'd be cool for the community, obviously. I really do think an HS5 Dynamo final fight or another version of a Street Fighter, like if they did Super Street Fighter or something, that's a copy paste. I feel like that could be done, but I don't think they're going to do that. A Mortal Kombat 1 Deluxe. So they have the one behind me, but just in the Mortal Kombat Deluxe skin. I don't know if they're going to do that. I don't know. And JT Games, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I don't think they're going to do that. Ralphie, what'd you miss? You missed the whole show, Ralphie. Let's go. Come on, man. Keep up. Let's go. And a Lethal Enforcers Deluxe. I think these were all things that were kind of like rumored in the beginning. Little Burger Time action. Little Lethal Enforcers was there. Kind of got shat on. You got the AVPs and all the other links, the off-roads. Everything that was on that, coffee stain list that we've seen at nauseum. So that's that. But guys, I'm going to bring this down real quick because I want to bring you guys back in the building and I want to get your opinions before I start showing my list here. So, what? No Pac-Man? I didn't even think about that. Honestly, they've already done it. Like, where do you go from here? You already put out the best looking one in the yellow, and you gave it to us in an XL. I think this is a year where it's like enough Pac-Man, but I doubt that that's gonna happen, guys. They're all about the Pac-Man, and it sells for some odd reason. If we just stop collectively buying this, we'll stop getting it, guys. We as a community can choose what's up. So let me back the bus up just a little bit. Let me back it up real quick. Okay. So starting at the top, guys, of my list, I got a Capcom cab on there. So typically Arcade1up comes out with, said cab from each of the big three. I don't know if they're going to do that this year. Things might be a little bit different, guys. We might get a lot of, I don't want to say collaboration because that's not the term, maybe special event cabs where they see a certain cartoon come out and they say, hey, look, we can pounce on that, maybe make some sales, get our names out there. But I want you guys in the chat to let it fly here, okay? I hope you ordered the right wires, Mrs. Corner K. She was like, you can reuse it on Sandwa buttons, though. What buttons do we get? We got those Lorenzo ones or something like that, industrial or something like that. Yeah, those ones. You had to get the concave ones. Can't get the convex. The convex, I didn't like the feel of that. Okay, so starting at the top, guys, if you think Arcade1up is going to come out with a Capcom cab this year, okay, it's obviously going to be a rehash. This is the year of the rehash. We were told it was the year of the XL, but so far that's not the case. But let's see here. Dynamo cab, they're going to reuse this. They got to get their money's worth, right? What do you guys in the chat think it's going to be? Let me know. Dynamo cab, guys, what do you think it's going to be? Now they could put any game on there. They could put a final fight. That was one of my honorable mentions of. I think that'd be really cool. I think it would sell. Yeah, I don't think a RoboCop Deluxe is gonna make the list. Unfortunately, it'd be cool, but that's them stepping out of their boundaries. This is gonna be copy paste. That's what 2024 should have been. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Wait, whoa. Oh, you about the wires? No, I'm not. I'm not doubting you ever again. I made a vow to my wife that I'm not ever gonna doubt her because she's always right. Mark's Mental Arcade says if Mrs. Corner Cade walks in a room with the amount of viewers were triple. Of course. I mean, Mrs. Corner Cade is the star of the show. I've always told her that. I've always told her when we do the shows that she is the star of the show. But sometimes, guys, she's got to take one for the team and put the kiddos to bed so we can get started on time. Or in this case, started 36 minutes late. It's whatever we can do, kind of thing. Okay, so we're getting Tony C saying a Giga Wing Deluxe. Okay, that's something different. Something different. That would be interesting. We'll get to midway. Now, I saw Alpha. Senor says Alpha. And I'm assuming Street Fighter 3 Alpha or Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Now, that would be something interesting. And I think, guys, that is going to be one direction that Arcade1up kind of leans to. This might be the said one kind of new title that we're going to get this year is I'm in agreement with that is a third strike or alpha cab or both in that dynamo form factor. I think that's one that could work at the end of the day. Could work. I think that's going to be one of two titles that we're going to see. We're going to see as far as like a new title. Now the other new title, guys. You guys in the chat? Do you have any idea what that could be? Do you have any idea what that other new title could be? Let me know in the chat. I'll see if anybody can get it. Mark's Mental Arcade. There's no chance in hell that'll ever happen. No. It would be cool. It would be cool, but it's not going to happen. Vader Dave brings up a great point. So track and field for the Olympics, great. That could fall. That would be one of those like event cabs that they kind of collab with the Olympics. They're not collaborating with them. They're just taking advantage of using their marketing for them essentially. But I played that at the arcades, man. You are pounding on those buttons. Good God, it's exhausting. Okay, Ralphie's saying a Midway or a Williams cabinet. We're getting real close here. Boofman saying Atari 52, 52nd XL. Hilarious. Jason says if they want a new audience buying the Cavs and don't care about the major collectors, I don't see an alpha coming out. I see more of a Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2 machines that they'll feel enough nostalgia for alpha. I'll tell you this, you know what would be really cool, and I'd be on board with that, is doing the Dynamo, but doing that Street Fighter like 90s, like yellow artwork that they did with the Legacy. That would be really cool. A lot of XL love here, guys. Gamer Fridge with the TMNT XL. Oh, Daryl, I mean, all day. I would love to see a Cubert or Berserk. 100%, guys. Those would both be dope. Berserk is underrated. I got to play that one. That's fun. Miss Corner Kate, you're thinking of Miss Pac-Man XL. Interesting. Well, unfortunately, Ralphie, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. So, well, what I think is the other said title, guys, is going to be that rumored from last year. They kind of spilled the beans on it. It's that Smash TV cabinet. I think there's some little milestones that they had to come across and walk through in order for them to do that. And I think the two titles we could see is a Street Fighter 3 Alpha, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, whichever route they want to go, in a Smash TV cabinet. I think those are going to be the two big time ballers that we're going to see. And then Smash TV, like I showed to you guys, going to have the Robotron on it. They'll have the Total Carnage. I think that'll be really cool. Now, so get those two out of the way. I'll show up the list when we're all done. You guys can screenshot it. And the fun of this is going to be to see how right were we at the end of the day? How close do we come, or how just far off we had no chance of coming on this thing? And remember those honorable mentions too. So we did the Street Fighter cap, guys. They usually will release a Atari cabinet as well. They have a good relationship with Atari, Bandai Namco, Capcom. Those are like their big three as far as licensors. So what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking that they're going to come out with an Asteroids cabinet? It's not going to be Crystal Castles. I'll tell you that much. I'd be begging for that. But what do you guys think in the chat that they're going to come out with as far as a Atari cabinet? They kind of hinted at it a little bit with the Atari 50th. So think that. Oh yeah, Tony C, that'd be getting dope, dude. Like a 1944, 1942, whatever, Loop Master in the HS5. Dope. That would be totally cool, man. Canceled is in the house. Let's go, man. Saying hi. Hi. What's going on, buddy? Mark's Mental Arcade says, Mrs. Cornercade, this is for you. It says, Mrs. Cornercade in a low cut shirt playing arcades made me spend $5,000 that next month in arcades. Now I need to get a big busted mannequin in my arcade. All right, let's go. Mrs. Cornercade, you're inspiring everyone. Let's go. James hates everything's in the house. What's going on, man? He says, wood panel Atari 50th. No, that's not my guess. We're here in Battle Zone. That would be cool. I played that at like arcade. You like look into that thing? It was pretty cool. I was like firing on tanks and stuff. I don't think we're gonna see a Marble Madness. I really do appreciate everybody's far out guesses here. Let's see. I think, guys, they're gonna do the asteroids. That's just me. I think they're gonna go and do an asteroids deluxe. So now you got your Street Fighter, you got your Asteroids. It's already the clone copies are there. B Kong hinted on this like the millisecond it came out and broke the news. He's like, hey, that looks like an Asteroids cab. Looked it up, spot on, dude, spot on. So we got our Asteroids Deluxe, we got Smash TV Deluxe, we got our Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Deluxe. What do you think, guys, is going to be their sports cabinet coming out in 2024, guys? I want to know what you guys think in the chat. We'll hit some comments here. We got canceled. Says, I'm going back to KFB next week, but I won't make content there. Please get a MetaQuest 3, Danny. You have to do it. I think that would make me sick, to be quite honest with you. But I was looking at the Legion Go. That thing looks ridiculous, like ridiculous. Oh, C North, 100%. Like, come on now, you already know I'm one of the biggest next to B Kong. I mean, if I had what B Kong had in that driving thing that monstrosity that he made, I would literally shit my pants. Literally, my wife already knows. I would probably sleep in the chair. Like what he built is absolutely ridiculous, and it's a mod god's dream right there. Nicholas Diorio says every one-up product revealed is followed by 50 Facebook posts on how it sucks, it's overpriced, and they won't buying it until it's heavily discounted. I wonder why they refuse direct to consumer. It's a great point. Great point. You know, you're bashing them so much, like, F it. You know, we don't need you guys at all either. Ghosts and Goblins would be ridiculous, Wild Child. That would be really, really cool. A TMT Deluxe. I mean, these are all great, great things, guys. As far as sports cabs go, Open Ice would be just bomb.com. I know Chaotic BPR, guys, if you checked him out as content at all, he made one. He's still in the process of doing that. That would be awesome. I would get in a half a heartbeat. NBA Hang Time would be really cool. And I think Jason and JT Games. So JT Games hit it on the head. A Golden Tee Deluxe. I've kind of been hinting this since the beginning of the year. I think this is almost a shoe-in. That it's if it's a year of the rehashes and they're going to rehash games, I'd say 100%, it's going to be Golden Tee Deluxe. And I think they can get a lot of good things out of it. I think it'll sell well. Yes, James hates everything. Me and Mr. Corner K will be in the building for the Midwest Gaming Classic live on Saturday. Was it April 6th? We will be there. We'll be signing autographs. No, just kidding. We'll be taking pictures and hanging out with the community. I'm gonna try to bust some people in some games, and we're gonna have a good old time. Get some good grub, and we're gonna have really, really fun. But I think Nicholas Diorio got an Open Ice modded cabinet. Looks super sweet. That's awesome, dude. I think that'll be really, really cool though. If and when they do that Golden Tee. So right now, guys, the list as it goes Asteroids Deluxe. We're gonna get Golden Tee, Smash TV, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Now, guys, we've had all the sports ones. So what they typically come up with a driving cab every year. What do you guys think the driving cab could be, guys? Let me know in the chat. What are we thinking about here? We got a driving cab. What do we think it's gonna be? Atari Star Wars XL will come out at some point. You gotta hope. I mean, they want to get it done, but it's like retailers sounds like they don't want that, which is odd. Very, very odd. How much for an autograph? We're doing the autographs for free, my guy. We're doing them for free. We're giving them back to the community, man. Pictures with Mrs. Corner Kid. We're gonna have a blast down there, guys. Can't wait. Oh, that's a great guess here. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. We're gonna give you the other half of the game. Outrun Deluxe JT Games. I would get on my knees and me and Miss Corner Kid would marry that cab. That's the one cab we missed out on. I think that would be a hit. I just don't think they're doing anything with Sega. Jason, Little Alien is in the building. Let us know, man. I don't think they're doing anything with Konami or Sega. I think they're done with both of those. But what do you guys think in the chat? Road Blasters Deluxe Tony C would be phenomenal. Wild Child Daytona. Yeah, I mean that's not gonna happen. I trust me, as much as I want all of these titles to come out, guys, because we see it, we play with them in the arcades. We just went to the arcade, it was super fun. No, it's just not gonna happen, guys. Julio Hernandez hit it right on the head. I'm thinking it's gonna be a Ridge Racer Deluxe. And I know it's nothing that I don't know. I don't think we would get it. I think it'd be cool. I think they could do a lot of cool things. Add a blade of coin door, that one piece riderless design, give it that form factor of Fast and Furious, so it's a little bit taller. I think it'd be a really, really cool cabinet. I just don't see myself getting that again. It's just not that. It's just it is what it is. It's not a top racer that I want to put in the arcade. But I think Ridge Racer is going to be it, guys. Yeah, Rick Hose. I mean, Spy Hunter. I wish, guys. Um, James hates everything. Says, will you sign a check from your bank account for me? I mean, I can try. I don't know how many checks going to bounce though, but certainly try. C North kind of hit it on the head. They're just too broke for Sega. Sega charges an arm and a leg. Jason brings up a good point. His pole position is Namco. That could work. They can use the ROM hack from My Arcade and remove some of the logos. I just don't see him like putting that much into it. So he says, Jay says no one was playing Ridge Racer in the arcade. It was known as a PS1 game. Arcades are dying by the time Ridge Racer came out, 100%, but they already have it. They want to get their money back on it. I totally could see them doing a Ridge Racer Deluxe. And besides, too, they're gonna remake everything in a deluxe form factor so people can like transform their arcade. You can rebuy the same cab again, and they can all have it unison where you get rid of the risers. I think that is a very, very good concession on what could happen here. I mean, it's just my guess as what the direction that they're going. Oh yeah, Wild Child, 100%. Dream hard and dream big, man. Um, So Jason's saying he doesn't see Ridge Racer Deluxe coming out, but this is the cool, fun speculation part of this. What do you think a driving cab could be? I mean, I want Super Sprint Off Road. I think that'd be dope as all hell, and I would literally do like Arcade1up is back, baby. But yeah, I mean, Rick Ho's the San Francisco Rush series, Hydro Thunder series, like come on. And Rick, if you guys watch this, I say it like I say it's Sega Star Wars Trilogy and Sega Star Wars Jurassic Park Shooter. Hydro Thunder is up there, man. I would love to see that. Super Fat Hobbit is in the building. Says I'm actually picking up Ridge Racer off Marketplace in Ohio Saturday. It may be my 29th and final purchase. I'm not waiting for One Up to get off their asses anymore. I'm done afterwards. Stupid Hobbit, don't give up hope yet because they're gonna come out with a lot of cool stuff. I just know it, dude. It's not so much like, and we have other companies that could be in the works too, which would be really cool. It's not so much like arcade. It's like, man, that nostalgia, man. It's hard because like Arcade1up kind of really doesn't know what they're doing because they're selling to the retailers, and the retailers in turn have no fucking clue on what they're doing. Zero. I'm telling you right now, zero. They got zero clue. The buying groups on all retail fronts don't know where they're going because if you're gonna say, you know, Sega Star Wars, Atari, or not Sega Star Wars trilogy, Atari Star Wars has bad graphics. I mean, I don't know, but you say Pac Man has good graphics. Like Costco, I don't know what you're doing, to be quite honest. I really don't, and it's very concerning because we're relying on you guys at the end of the day to buy the product from Arcade1up so we can enjoy it in our house, so we can buy it from you. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Canceled says, Danny, question: aren't you concerned about One Up's future when they promised spectate early 2024 and it's almost April? I don't know. I wish. I wish I knew. I wish I could get on more. Talk to guys like me. Travis gets on more. I wish they were more open. This is a community that craves the news. They want to be updated. So let's give it to them. Why stop? I think maybe a lot of times they got a lot of backlash, and there's like the hell with you guys. We're just not going to say anything. And that's fair. I mean, we're a very hard community to please, but guys like me and other YouTubers can band together. We can give you guys the news, and it doesn't matter what other people say about me. My feelings aren't going to get hurt. I want to help you guys. I want to be a voice for the voiceless. Guys like everybody that's in the chat daily, weekly on our show. I want to be a voice for you guys and say, hey, look, this is what we want. We want those, we want those better buttons. We want the better sticks. We want the better form factors. We want more new games. Let's make it happen. When you're in these negotiations, are you truly wanting to make this happen, or are you truly just trying to make a sale? Convince them. Something that I was thinking about, and I'll just touch on this lightly, is why doesn't, and exactly, UG Jarvis still has Raw Thrills connection. So a lot of this stuff, a lot of these pieces can come together, but why doesn't Arcade1up say, you know what, guys, you don't know what Smash TV is? Let's go take a field trip. I'll buy Chipotle on us, whatever you guys want. They go down to the arcade on a Saturday night, and they see that arcade is packed because the Garcade guys and ask PD7, ask Quarter Deck Arcade, anybody that's in this area, ask myself. That place is a madhouse on the weekend nights, right? You don't think the buying I want them to say to the buying groups, you still think the graphics suck? It's not about the damn graphics. It's about the nostalgia, guys. Like these are iconic games. It'd be like saying, "Oh, Barry Sanders is trash," even though he's in the Hall of Fame. Well, he doesn't run like the running backs now. Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That was 40 years ago. 20 years ago. Like it's just mind blowing. Sometimes these aren't PS5 graphics. Take them down to the real arcade and show them what's up. You guys remember this? Well, you probably don't because you're in your 20s. But look at this. Look at this. Look at how much fun people are having. And this is what people want to bring to the home. And these are the amount of sales you can get. Instead, you're going to sell some, laser tag projector on your wall for $40. Like, stop it. You guys can keep me on a whole. I'll get on a whole rant with this, to be quite honest with you. But I think honestly, we could have some really, really good titles. I know it's not something that Ridge Racer. I know it's not something that everybody wants, but again, that's the direction that they're kind of going here. Rick Hose says, "I have a Fast and Furious Outrun Ridge Racer. I would kill for a super off-road 3-player. Heck, a 2-player would be good enough, and then my arcade would be complete 100%. I'm on board with that 100%. And guys, all we want is transparency. At the end of the day, we're just asking for a little bit of that." Jason says, more modern ones. Batman is Raw Thrills. Warner Brothers, they could have the license. A Snow Cross, which is Raw Thrills. I mean, that'd be kind of cool too. I'd be down with that. JC Games, I appreciate it, man. Yo, Danny, you're the real YouTuber, real talk. Guys, this is nothing to be like, this isn't a bashing session when I get on here or anything. It's just like, guys, what can we do? Like, send me into the infrastructure and help me negotiate with Arcade1up. That's when I've gotten on streams before, like, well, Danny, what can you do? Well, I can talk, I can convince, I can sell. I can sell. That's one thing I can do, guys, is I can sell the retailer on a dream and actually execute and make it happen. You got the team with you that can spit all the facts. Well, in 1975, this game sold this many copies. This is a number one. I can make you believe. Let's go. Let's play the machine. If you guys had fun for 5 seconds, you don't think the average family is going to have fun for a lot longer than that? Like, that's the thing. You can sell. Like, that's what I want to know. If is Arcade1up, can they sell? Or do they just kind of go in there with their socially awkward selves and just try? Like, I'm talking to the world right now. If I can talk to the world, I can talk to 10 guys at the Costco buying group and get them to buy it. Done. That's what you need in those offices. That's what you need is guys like me. And we don't know. They could be. I'm not in on those meetings, but from the looks of it, if you're gonna get told that, say, that Atari Star Wars is bad graphics and they want a golden tee. I mean, it just sounds like, okay, well, we'll make you golden tee. What kind of games do you want on it? It's just like, whatever, man. I don't know. I could be way off, guys. Could be way off, but that's just my opinion. And this is YouTube, and this is my YouTube channel with my wife, of course. And these are our thoughts. So this is what I'm thinking. And Arcade1up prove us wrong otherwise. Because if you don't come out with a Sega Star Wars XL, or not a Sega Star, I keep saying Sega Star Wars because I'm ahead. I love that game. I was playing it. I had fun. But if you don't come out with an Atari XL Star Wars, what are you really doing? If you can't get that one done, it's Star Wars. Said it 100 times. You can take a shit in a bag and put a sticker on it that says R2D2's dump, sell it for $49.99, and people will buy it. There are hundreds of thousands of people. There's a guy I work with who has an arcade, or not an arcade room. He has a Star Wars room, and I showed him my Star Wars, Star Wars Arcade1up, and he said, "Wow, I would put that in my Star Wars room. Like, that's a really cool nostalgia collectible thing." You're gonna get those type of people on that view this as functional furniture for their said game room or Star Wars room or whatever the case may be. Just my thoughts. Let's take it to the chat, guys. Let's see what everybody's spending. Scroll down here. Cornercade, it's the truth. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jason, Danny is such a one-up hater. No, it's the opposite, guys. I have some edge and some swag to go in there and say, let's get this done. Let's stop messing around. And always got to be yourself. Can't be anybody else, guys. I love you. I love the community, and I'll always be positive. But it's like, let's get it done. Let's not take this laying down. Let's try to push back a little bit. What's the worst that happens? They say no to a golden TXL and we just move the drill. We already came out with that. Who cares? Push back a little. Convince. Sell. That is your job, is to sell this to the retailers. You told us you don't sell to us, you sell to the retailers. Well, guess what? The retailers are a little bit harder to buy than we are. I mean, I'll buy a damn near Burger Time Deluxe, and I have zero nostalgia for that, but I want to put it in my arcade. So if you made it, I buy it. Well, good luck trying to get a retailer like a Costco to convince you to make a XL Burger Time Deluxe. Those graphics are probably terrible too. Just my thoughts. Let's see who else we got here. Retro Jones Entertainment is in the house. That's a new name. Thank you for stopping by, man. Selling to retail buyers is a pain. I sell beer to chain buyers, and I would assume it's the same process. It's like talking to a wall. These buyers have no clue, and that's really what I thought. I wasn't trying to be mean. I wasn't trying to be hateful. It's clear as day. Like, how do you guys are in charge of buying all this stuff have no clue on what you're talking about? Like, you want to educate yourself a little bit. Like, hey, I noticed you pitched this Arcade1up. I actually had a chance to stop by and play that. Graphics are vector graphics. It is what it is. But I think this will be a hit. Star Wars, I think it'll sell. We had Pac-Man that sold. Let's go ahead. We'll pick it up. Let's see what we can get in our stores, kind of thing. It's that's simple, but it's just like, man, oh man. I just sometimes it's a head scratcher for sure. And if we're relying on bozos, for lack of a better word, to make our judgment calls, you might as well start modding some of your cabinets because they ain't going to happen. Yeah, Ralphie Duran saying Ridge Racer sold out, which could be a big reason why to bring it in Deluxe or XL version. See, my friends, let's go. Trust me, I don't want a Ridge Racer Deluxe, but I just think it's gonna happen. Okay, so caught up with the chat. So now we got Ridge Racer Deluxe. So we got our Racer, we got our Sports Cab Golden T Deluxe, we got our Atari Cab and Asteroids Deluxe, our new Smash TV, it's a new one, and our new Dynamo Street Fighter. Even though it's kind of like a Capcom, but it's a new game. It's a new game. Now, touching on the Star Wars, I 110% asking around, listening to other people's streams. I think a Star Wars Deluxe Atari is going to come out, and that's one that I will definitely be upgrading. I'll put that in the cornercade. Yeah, Kevin Clausen says, Danny, do you have a Golden Tee Deluxe? It's a fun cabinet. Yeah, I've had both the XL and the normal Golden Tee. But yeah, I want to bring that back to the arcade for sure. But yeah, so I think a Atari Star Wars Deluxe is going to come out. There's another one, another rehash that I think is going to happen, and it's similar to that X-Men 97 guys. I think, and don't get me wrong, but I think they're going to either skin it in MVC2 or MVC. It's going to be an MVC2/MVC Deluxe edition. So kind of like the X-Men 97, but they're going to do an MVC2 again and use that same PCB. And then let me just put this up here. Let me take you guys down real quick, and I'll show you this kind of list of what's popping right here. So this is the list that I'm working off, guys. Take a picture, write it down, screenshot this. Let's see how close we were in 2024 to what actually is going to come out. MVC2 Deluxe is where we're at in this list right now. And I think we're going to move over to a Tron Deluxe. I really do think, because of the relationships that they have, and I'm not asking for it, but I think just based off the relationships that they have, talk about Tron Deluxe, I think that could come out. Yeah, Ralphie, I'm sorry. I think it's just going to be a Deluxe for right now. I really, really do. And then obviously the special event cab. So if there's, something going on that they feel like they can piggyback off of, they're going to do it. Much like the X-Men 97, Atari 50th. But what do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? And this is obviously, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, we had some of the, let's back up here. We had some of the honorable mentions. So some of these could be mixed in there. Now, I don't have a Midway cab on there. So I'm thinking Mortal Kombat 1, where do you go? You put out the best Midway cab in last year in the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe. Where do you go from there? I would love to see a Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate skin cab. That would look amazing. I just don't know if they're going to do these extra those shop hippo kind of thing cabs. Stupid Habit says Cyrus will look at your list and say, absolutely not. I hope. Guys, I hope. I want cool and exciting shit. I don't want this. I mean, if we're looking at this, I would get the Street Fighter. I would get the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I would get the Smash TV. I get the Golden Tee. I get the Star Wars. That's it. So I'm getting 4 cabs. Yeah, MK. I mean, Joe, I would love it to get an MK4. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'd absolutely love it. Rico's, that's why I said it's on the honorable mentions. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. Never know. Yeah, I mean, I love it for the community, but I don't love it for my arcade. It's too small. Now, if I had room like a whole big basement, then yeah, keep the 4 players. That's fine. But my arcade is very, very tiny, guys. I'm blessed to have the space that I have, but I definitely want to upgrade someday. I hope not, James. I'm hoping it's gonna be a deluxe. I'm hoping. That's why I want you guys to take a picture of this and remind myself. I'll take a picture too. So when these cabs come out, we can say, "Hey, look, we got one. We got one right." Or, "Wow, our list was totally wrong." Which I at the end of the day, I almost hope because this list doesn't really excite me, but it's the most like reasonable list that we can kind of assume that they're gonna come out with. Let me put me on the side here. We got a big comment coming up here. We got Peter McNabb saying, side note, Bicep said they will bring out a 19-inch screen for Joust, which is a double bonus since the screen is not great anyways. And they'll bring out other 19-inch upgrades soon, apparently. That's really cool. That is cool stuff for the community. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Peter McNabb. Jason says here, I keep covering myself up. There we go. X-Men 97 isn't a limited collab deal, so I don't see the MVC2 reskin happening in 2024. So you're thinking that could we have been kind of right here? That the MVC Deluxe cab is the X-Men 97. That's my question to you guys. Retro Joe says, never say never. I bought an enclosed trailer and made a mobile arcade. There's always room when you run out of the house. That's awesome. My goal is to definitely put it in a basement. That's a 5-year plan, guys. A 5-year cornercade plan. That would be some cool stuff. So Wild Child agrees. He's like, hey, I'm in the same boat as you, Danny. The same picks as you. And guys, is there anything that you would add to this list at all? I mean, we didn't, I don't include, we're mostly deluxe. I didn't include any XL on there. There's rumors that the Golden TXL is coming out, down the line here. We don't have the party cades on there, the head to heads, the pub tables. I mean, all that's kind of just like a bunch of bologna sausage. One thing that you could put on there, I got to be honest with you, is you could put on said claw machine, or you could put on the Casino Cade 2, which could be any type of, Jeopardy or anything reskin. That would be a good one to put on that as well. James hates everything. Says, "Yep, it's already coming in April." Are you talking about the 97? Now, Darren King, wouldn't that be something? X-Men 97 will be $97 in a few months. Yes, Ralphie. Always. Thank you so much, man. Definitely hit that like, guys. We got 62 people in the house watching. Definitely hit that like. It takes 2 seconds and it's free to do. Even if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, we know you're watching. We know you're watching here, that you're not subscribed to the channel, which for some god reason why you aren't subscribed is just baloney. It's mind-boggling, but I get it. You like to watch. You like to creep a little bit. So hit that like then. Just hit the like if you're not subscribed. It helps the channel, guys. You're here already. You might as well let your voice be heard at the end of the day. Oh, that would be cool. Project Jet is in the house saying, I think they should do a Dark Stalkers deluxe cab. That would be dope. I would definitely get that 110%. Yeah, I would definitely do that. That would be an awesome pick. Yeah, Dark Realm. I just don't think they're gonna do that again because of the Konami thing. So a Frogger Deluxe, I don't see it happening. I would buy it. My wife would tell me to buy it in a half a heartbeat. Maybe she's in bed now. I don't hear her in the chat. but she would have me buy that in a heartbeat. That would be a really good one to bring back to the arcade. I kind of miss playing that. That was kind of fun little game to play. I gotta be honest with you, I played Frogger at the arcade. Couldn't tell the difference between the music. I'm like, why is there so much outrage in this? Again, I'm not a hardcore Frogger player, but I was like, I don't see the difference. It's fine. But guys, take a picture of this list. Take a picture. Peter McNabb says we need a Cubert. No way to play this game properly without the special joysticks. Likely won't happen, but it'd be awesome. 100%. My wife got to play Cubert and Cubert's Cubes at the arcade. We're definitely going to have fun with that one every time we go, but I would love to have it in my home arcade. Wild Child says, at the end of the day, it's not that exciting, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. Arcade1up really needs to open up and wow people like they used to do. I get it, licensing can be tough, but that's where you work. And Wild Child, let me bring this down, guys. That's where you work, guys. You work on it. You don't sleep. You don't sleep, guys. Like you get aggressive, you get excited. You know, I've had Cyrus on the show before, and he said after the show he was calling Japan to get titles and licensing. This man works. So give it to Cyrus. He's trying, guys. I know he's doing something, but we don't see that, and that's where you got to get on shows and you got to say, "Hey, look, this is what we're trying to do." James hates everything. He's calling it out, guys. AVP Deluxe in August. I hope not. I didn't even put that on my list, but I hope not. For the community, if it's cool, but I just don't. I think that's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna go too well. James hates everything is calling for a 20-inch Infinity game board. Wild Child Arcade1up needs a wow surprise us, make us absolutely need your products 100%. Like keep it coming. That's what we're looking for. Boofman says, Dan, since you like Super Sprint, check out Badlands. Badlands expands upon the formula, taking place in a post apocalyptic environment, equipping each of the players with cannons. I will definitely have to check that out. Yeah, Super Sprint is a badass game. I love it. Very underrated. No, so Ralphie says, Danny, help me talk Phil and getting a Dragon's Lair. No, the hard pass for this guy. We had a Dragon's Lair in the building. First of all, they made it too short, so we had to bump it up with a Buy Stuff Arcades riser. And then it was on the same height about Tron. Great then. It's really good. The problem is that it is an incredibly hard game to play where it gets like it's like not fun to play. And don't correct me wrong, any of the Dragon's Lair fans out there that love the game, and kudos to you. The cabinet looks gorgeous. It is like a showpiece. Let me throw this out there. If I had room in the basement kind of thing, and I had room for like 50 of these things, Dragon's Lair would be in the corner case, 100%. Like, why wouldn't it be? You got room for all of them. Throw it in there. The D&D display, like, it's cool stuff. It's a really cool cabinet. The attract mode is badass, but the game itself is just not fun. It's way too hard, man. I'm telling you, it's just for me at least. Wild Child saying yes, exactly, Nanny. Arcade1up, open up to your community, interact. You literally have one of the best guys to do it. There are other YouTubers out there that you guys watch on a weekly, nightly, daily show that they get burnt out about this shit. I do not. I am in it to win it. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to sell. I can do all of that stuff. You literally have that person right here waiting. I am waiting to help you guys. I want to. I want to get this thing done and give the community what they want and have some fun doing it, guys. Ralphie, yes, it is. It stinks. Like it's way too hard. There are some of the moves I can get, but it's hard, man. It's hard. JT says, yeah, game sucks. It's cool that they did it, right? And trust me, it's cool that they did it. Dragon's Lair, JT everything says Dragon's Lair is a must. Toss one of those Street Fighter 2 cats. I already had it. It's terrible. I tried playing it, and I thought it was gonna be like Space Ace. I thought it was gonna be like it's gonna be dope, but we had it. Oh no, what did we ended up? I think we sold it for. So you know what's crazy is we were gonna get either that or the MVSX. And now we have the MVSX and love it. But I should have gone MVSX to Hilo Hack. That would have been way more value. But I was like, hey, I want to get that Dragon's Lair. I want to stay true to the arcades. But we ended up getting the Shinku Hadouken instead because we sold the Dragon's Lair. Um, Wow, Chad says, "Oh my god, Dragon's Lair is hard as shit, even after all these years of being it." Yeah, I've never beaten it. Yeah, it is. It's dude, it's like so hard. Like you literally have like milliseconds to respond sometimes, and it's too late. It's just yeah, it stinks. But I mean, it's a quarter muncher for sure. Um, JT Game says Danny looks like it's SNL with all that Mike love. It's great content. Thank you, man. Oh, Jason, Little Alien says, would you guys buy a Final Fight Deluxe with a refreshed games list? I think they'll rehash a few Gen 1 cabs. That would be dope. You want to talk about like how cool would it be to get like a deluxe Space Invaders? Like that would be cool. Um, Jason, I'd be down for that. I would definitely be down for that, man. That would be cool. Oh, dude, I'm excited too, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. It's Thursday night. Get excited, guys. Get hyped. Hit that like we always say. Um, I think I'm getting sick, guys. I hope not. It's like a little pinch in the back of the throat, the throat. Uh, Julio Hernandez says Tron and Dragon Slayer are a must. I had both of them. And guys, listen, I'm not saying like these games are trash. Like there are people out there that says, it's garbage, but they never actually played it or bought it. So how can you say that? Everybody's got, their 2 cents and everything. I played both Tron and Dragon Slayer. Between the two, I'm taking it's hard because they both look gorgeous and stuff, but I'm taking Tron every day of the week, twice on Sundays. I even tried out the Casino Cade, and that was fun too. I got a chance to play that. They both have a unique design, 100%. They're both showpieces. My kids love walking up to both of them because they're both cool with all the stuff that they have. But that would be really cool. The Tron, again, it just didn't get a lot of gameplay. Like, think about it. The MVSX is in its spot right now. Now, if like something else came out, think about it, any of the other games in the arcade, like Tron would come down the list. There are other games out there that are super, super cool. Fred Burner would love a deluxe Space Invaders, 100%. James hates everything. Takes practice. You'll learn the screams and it becomes easy. I don't know. It's cool for what it is, like that laser disc, but you're not really playing it. It's like you're just watching a movie and then you're hitting the joystick left and right. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. We tried it, guys. We tried it. I didn't even do a review on it. I should have done that. That would have been dope. There's some reviews that I've never actually done before. Um, JT Game says, would you take all three over Atari 50th? Great question. That's probably a oh hell yes. And it's not that like I hate on the Atari 50th, but if you guys watch the review video, I think the biggest turnoff for me is the form factor. We're getting that screen cutoff that we had in the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat Legacies. Like, why are we getting this still? That should not be a thing. And I'm only 6 foot. I'm an average adult. So like people that are taller than me, like that are 6'4", they got no chance of playing this thing. It's unplayable. Wild Child never got into Tron, even back in the 80s. Found it a whole lot fun. It's okay game. I got on it here and there. Disc of Tron is fun. It's just like and it's cool. Like again, if I had space for 50 of these things, I would take it. I got room for 20 guys. So only the top 20 are coming into the corner cave. So when you got games like Time Crisis, NBA Jam, Blitz, X-Men, Street Fighter, it's hard to really compete with those. Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct. Like you guys seen us in our shorts have fun with these games. It's hard to kind of compete with that. You're competing with spots at the end of the day. Even Pac-Man, I'm going to take Pac-Man over that. Galaga, I'm taking, Galaga guy is going to be excited. I'm taking Galaga over that. So it's really, really hard, guys, to compete with some of these other titles. I just don't have the room. Everybody's going to run out of room eventually. If I had a basement, though, it'd be change the game, guys. It would change the game. Darren King said, Tron and Dragon's Lair were my personally most anticipated to work on when I was there. That's cool. It's like cool and exciting titles. For Tron, they got the stick technology wrong, even though mine didn't even break, but a lot of people's did. They got the washed out marquee and then the washed out third, H panel there. But the rest of it was pretty good. I don't know why a coin door wasn't thrown on there. Was that maybe before coin door times? But definitely could have used a coin door. And then Dragon's Lair, they knocked that out of the park. Besides the form factor, you have to get a boosterizer for that. So it's the only thing that sucks. It's like, oh, guys, you're killing me here. But I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see a deluxe Dragon's Lair. I don't think we're gonna see that. But a Tron I could see just because of the relationships with said companies. I definitely could see that. Um, but yeah, guys, that's the show. Let me show you this. Let me show you one last thing here. Let me show you the list. This is the list, guys. So if you got it, screenshot it, and let's see if we're right. And I'll even throw up there. I'll throw the honorable mentions up there, so you guys can take a screenshot of that and see if we're even cool, or see if we're even right. JR is just coming in the house. He says, "Hey everybody, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by." All right, guys, that's the show. If you don't have anything for me, I don't know why this thing does this. So let me go like this. There we go. Now we're zoomed in, guys. That's the show. I appreciate everybody stopping by, checking out the video, getting a hangout for the Let's Go show. Guys, this is the list that we're hoping for. We got our fingers crossed that we're gonna get something going. This would be a start of that, even with the Smash TV. And I looked at it as like, man, that's like, I'm thinking 20 other titles before I get to Smash TV. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, and we just want something new at the end of the day. And we all know that licensors get in the way, retailers get in the way, and Arcade1up is trying to do their best, I would assume, to get the titles that we want. But they got to convince the licensors and retailers and a whole bunch of other bananas and baloney in between. But guys, we're gonna be working on X-Men and we're gonna be working on NBA Jam, guys. I'm very, very excited because right now I can't even play one of my Fast and Furiouses because all of the room that these cabinets take up, it stinks. So I'm hoping 99 lives. I need you, buddy. I need you to come through. But once you do, I know I'm going to be really, really pleased and happy. We might even do like a Turtles 2-player control deck. So if we can get that, I don't know. I don't want to pay overpriced for Turtles because I think that the 315 is on and I think it's all sold out everywhere. But I'm not paying $6.99 for that. Forget about it. Although I was kind of holding out to see if they would do a Turtles Deluxe and I could slap that 2-player control deck into that one. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. Every week, much like Arcade1up, it changes from week to week, the plans. So we got to kind of adjust our arcades to see what fits with what they're doing. But guys, if you don't have anything for me, again, smash that like button, guys. Subscribe if you haven't, man. Turn on the notification so when I don't start on time, you guys can get notified. Love it. JT Games, NBA Jam, Danny, let's go. That's right, baby. Let's go. Depending on my work schedule next week, I think I have Wednesday, Thursday off. We'll see if we can do a Wednesday show. I know I float from time to time. I used to consistently keep it on Tuesday nights, which was really dope. If you guys want me to bring it back on Tuesday nights, please leave a comment down in this video. And it would be a late night show because I get home typically around 10 o'clock. So maybe we go 10 to midnight or something. It gets kind of late for your boy. But if you prefer Tuesday nights, let me know. Leave a comment down below. If you love the video, what do you think of the list, guys? And everything in between, guys. We love you all. I appreciate the super chats. Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, coming out tonight. I appreciate everybody stopping by. We had over 60 people in here consistently, sharing all of our speculation talk and getting that list going, guys. Give this video a like on your way out. And as always, everybody, this is Danny from the Cornercade, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.